Okay, so today what I want to show you how to do is use Nifty Images to create custom graphics for your high-level workflows. Okay, so for example, did you know that we can actually send messages when it's someone's birthday? Or how about if you created like a welcome to our program image or see you in a few minutes for our meeting? These are all the things that you can actually customize using the Nifty Images here. Okay, so let me make sure that everyone is in here. All right, cool, cool. Thank you, Charles, for posting that on YouTube. I appreciate it. I think that's why
Thank
everybody
you, Charles.
popping in. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. So Nifty Images, by the way, is free for the first 10,000. I've been using this for years and I've never paid for it yet. Okay, so it's free for the first 10,000 uses. So what we want to do is we actually want to create our image. Okay, so here's the first step. Of course, I want to log in here. And then we want to create our image. I love to use Canva. I think Canva is way easier to design with, and I love the graphics and all the templates and all of that. So this is an example of my new happy birthday message. The only thing that you just need to be aware of is just leave a space for the name or the tag that you're going to use. Like you can see here, I'm creating one for our community. And then also when we have a new member of our program, I also want to send that. Now, aside from the personalization of just it being super cool, it's also really useful because you can also send other info when you are creating these graphics, for example, their email address for their account and where to log in. Now, I love, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. You also, when you're sending, you create this graphic, and if you want to send this in a text message to them, it's a great way of capturing their attention and saying, hey, welcome to our program. If you have any questions, save our number that you just texted from, save our number and reply, reach out to us whenever you have a question. You guys, that is so good customer service, but it's also really, really, it's a really great way of getting them to actually save your number. So when you do send them messages or they do have questions, they're going to reach out instead of canceling or, maybe just being super frustrated. All right. So create your graphic on Canva. Like I said, you can use any of the designs here. They have tons of templates. All right. And then all you want to do is just delete the things we're going to create graphics with. So I'm just going to use this one here, this page two. So I'm just going to download this and I'm going to put it make it a JPEG because I don't want the image to be really large. So I'm just going to save this now. Now what I want to do is I want to go back to Nifty Images while that downloads. And what I want to do is create my image. Of course, I'm going to choose personalized image. They do have these other options here, but to be quite honest, I've never used them. So I'm just going to use the personalized image here. And of course, I'm going to drag my image that we just created into the software. So now you see we have our image. The only thing that we need to do now is just fill in where the custom values are going to be. Okay. So you can see in the merge tag here, I actually have already saved some. And this is really cool about Nifty Images because it does save your merge tags that you've already created. But here, I'm just going to create a new one to show you guys how it works. Okay. So I'm going to click here. And I'm going to create a new merge tag. And let's say that for this one, I'm going to choose full name. Okay, but you can use any of the custom values in HighLevel. Okay, now here we're going to choose the fallback text, meaning if it goes to send the message out and it does not have any text, like if it wants to send the message, but there was no full name information to gather, what are we going to put in its place? So we would say maybe visionary. Okay, so instead of if it says, hey, we have an appointment soon, Bob. If there was no Bob, it would just say visionary. Okay, so that's what the fallback text is. The design value, it's just for design purposes. We'll just go next. All right, now the tag type, is it a text or is it a number? In this example, it is a text. We're going to choose the title casing. Do you want uppercase, lowercase? We'll just keep it however it is. And then the minimum number of characters. This is important mostly, honestly, I feel like for the maximum characters, because sometimes you have like a really long name or a long email or something like that, and you want to make sure that you have like allotted enough characters that it fits on the image appropriately. So you may want to play around with this and definitely do some testing to make sure that it all works good. But for this example, let's just say 30. Okay, so a maximum of 30. And then now we want to put the tag that for this option that is in HighLevel. Okay, meaning if we go to a workflow now and we want to use that full name tag, okay, let's go ahead and just go to a text message. And I'm going to click here and go to contact, and we see full name. So this is the tag that we want to add here for the full name inside of Nifty Images. Okay, so what we're telling Nifty Images is whenever we put that full name tag in our graphic, that we want it, when it translates to HighLevel, we want it to fill in this area here. Okay. Now I am going to save it for future use, so we'll go ahead and save. So now this full name tag is ready for me to start using. Okay. Now I can customize the title here, the text, I mean, I can change the size here, I can change the color, I can change the formatting of all of that, but you can see how it's just so much nicer to have the image already pre-built for you inside of Canva. Now you can move these around here. And this is good to move around and fit the image or the size of the area that you want this tag to be in. Okay. So obviously I want this to be inside the white text. So if it's really long, I want it to just only stay within these like blue lines here. Okay. So that would be my tag there. And of course, I now need the email. Okay, so I already have an email tag. So I'm going to click that. And then I'm just going to click here for the email tag. And then I want to put my email here. But you can see, well, you can't see actually the email. So what we want to do is we want to change that color. Let's make it white so that it stands out here. And then we can also change, maybe make it unbold because we don't really want it to like stand out here. Okay, so we want it to kind of mix in with the text here. And you can see it's large, so let's make it smaller. We don't really want it to stand out like it's not part of the image. Okay. So I'm just going to move this in. Of course, we want to keep this box whatever size we want their email to fit into. Okay, so I'm just going to move this around so it stays there. And then this, where it says email, is the actual fallback text for this. You can see the design value there. So what we want to do, or I'm sorry, the fallback text is actually your account email, but you'll see where we put design value, it just says email. You could actually put like info at my vision agency.com. And this would help you like get a guide here to see what it looks like. Okay. And of course you can change all that. You could make it another color if you did want it to stand out. And then also if you want it to be, let me go back here. If you wanted it to not be in the center, see if you want it to line up like these others, which I would recommend, you can click these options here. So we're going to do in the middle of the box, but aligned to the left. So you can see how it's more lined up there. And you can use the little arrows there to get it exactly how you want it, the arrows on your keyboard. And I actually, on my image, I made this like orange. It's my brand color of orange, but to save you the time of looking at my custom values, we'll just choose this. Okay, so now it's going to fill in the name. And if we want to change the color of the name, of course, we could do that as well. So if we want maybe that to be our brand color of orange, let's just choose this. Okay, and save. And we'll just say test community image and submit.
Let's figure it out what the question.
Okay, so now here's the important part.
Okay.
Can
What
someone
the?
mute?
Yes.
Let me mute. Someone is speaking. All right. Okay. All right, so here's the important part. We need to get this link right here. So you want everything between the quotation marks. All right, so I'm going to copy all this and you can see how it's merged together our tag. So like this is the link for the image, and then we have question mark email equals this custom value and full name equals contact full name. Okay. So what we want to do is we just need this part right here. Here's the magic that's going to make all of this work. So I'm going to copy this. Now I want to take this back to my workflow. And you'll see here when you are sending a text message, you just want to add that link here and then click add. So you can see now this image is with this text message. So maybe I want to say, since it's the community, I'll say welcome. Well, I've already said welcome, so we won't be redundant. But we'll say first name. Let's use that tag. First name. Save our number and let us know if you need any help. Okay, so save action and save. So now we want to turn this on. Okay, now I already have some because I had to, do a test account and all of that. Let me move this over to the side and I want to show you what that actually looks like inside of a contact where we have sent those tests. So give me just 1 second while I look myself up because I sent it to myself. All right, here we go. Let me drag this back in here. All right, so inside the Conversations tab, you'll see these images that I have here. So inside of this, it actually comes up like you have to download it. So when we click there, you'll see this one says like Vision, welcome to the team, Bridget, and then it has login here and then the email. This is so, so important because even if their email went to spam, even if they just never got it in the beginning, you are now telling them like, hey, you are officially signed up. Here's where you're going to log in. Here's your email. And when you create a HighLevel account, it does prompt you to choose your password. That's why I put you choose. So it's telling them like, hey, go here, put in your email, and then create your account. And you can see this one here, the birthday one. So it's like happy birthday, and we have a nice graphic here, and wishing you a day filled with joy, laughter, and all the wonderful things life has to offer. Sincerely, Bridget Bartlett. And of course, my name's on there because I was the test account. But you guys can see how awesome it is, not just for the customization and, just going the extra mile, but it also has a utility case because these do get noticed in the profile, and we do want them to save our number, especially if our number is associated with support or even sales. If we want to send them marketing information, of course, we want to send that to the text message that they have saved, and they're not going to mark as spam because they knew it came from us. Okay. So you guys, if you're interested in setting all of that up, you can go to it's niftyimages.com to create your account. It is totally free. And like I said, you get 10,000. If you want to look here, you get 10,000 of these for free. And in all the years that I've been using this, I've only sent, less than 1,500. So I still have, 8,500 left to go. Okay. Super, super cool. Thank you all so, so much for joining.